Singleton with Team Walk and Team Daredevil. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about what I throw, what's in my bag. First of all, I've got my forearm distance driver, which is a 175 400G D1 from Prodigy. Next I have my meat hook overstable destroyer. Now, I throw this primarily backhand, but I will throw it forearm from time to time. The main use of this disc is to get out there some distance and fall left hard. Next, I've got a 2009 World Championship Avery Jenkins double stamp destroyer. This was a present to me from a friend of mine, Andrew Biggs. This is a flip to flat distance driver, falls left not very. It doesn't really fall left very hard. It's a pretty straight destroyer. I throw this on a good percentage of my drives. Next, I've got my Daredevil Sasquatch. This is a 13-speed understable driver, and essentially I will throw this flat and have it roll over for me, still get big distance out of it, or I will hyzer flip it and have it just go straight down the pike. I actually really like this disc. I recommend this one a ton. Next, I've got my Prodigy D4. This is my backhand roller. It's 168 grams. Don't get a chance to use it a ton. I don't throw a lot of rollers, but when I do, this is where I go. Next, I go into my one hybrid. I throw a 750 H2 Prodigy disc. I throw this a lot to get out of trouble with thumbers, tomahawks. From time to time, I'll throw it forearm. Just basically anything to get me out of trouble. Next is my saber tooth. The saber tooth is very similar to a Firebird with more glide. I throw this a lot if I need a hard crashing hyzer or if I need any kind of a skip shot. This is a great disc for skip shots. I've got my Prodigy F5, which is my stable, just dead straight fairway driver. Good for tunnel shots. I've got my Prodigy 400 Series F7. Now this is my very understable fairway driver, so I'll put this down for hyzer flips, or I'll throw it flat for some turnovers. Now this next disc is something I really enjoy throwing. This is the Daredevil Timberwolf. It's a first run, and I throw this for any kind of big forearm anhyzers, backhand tunnel shots, any kind of anhyzers backhand, and it'll hold that line the whole time. It's a great disc. Plus I love the artwork. Next, I'm going to move into my mid-ranges. So I've got a Prodigy 400 M1, which is my overstable mid-range, of course. It's got a good amount of distance to it, and it crashes on a hyzer pretty hard, which is great. And I've got my Ice Clear Prodigy M3 400 series, and I put this out for anything dead straight mid-range, anytime I need an upshot down a tunnel or anything like that. Then I've got my first run Prodigy M4. I don't get a chance to throw this very often, but when I do, I use it for any kind of anhyzer short upshots. It helps me get out of trouble from time to time. Then I move on to my Daredevil Caribou. This is in the Grip Performance plastic, and essentially this is very similar to a Stingray. It's got a great S-curve to it, very easy to throw, it feels great in your hands, so I recommend this for anybody with a lower arm speed especially. I also have a first run Mako 3 that I throw. This is anytime I need a big anhyzer, you'll see me throwing this. If you get this up in the air, it'll just keep going and going and going and going and holding the line, so I really like to throw this. Now I just got this I've been throwing it just a little bit. I like it so far. It's a classic rock. It's a double stamp, and essentially I'll throw this anytime I need an understable, short, mid-range to putter shot. The great thing about this disc is when I do crash into a green, it does not skip hardly at all. It pretty much sits where it lands. So that'll be working into my bag more and more here soon. Then I move on to my putters. I've got a Prodigy PA2, and I'll throw this for any upshots, anything off the tee that's a stable putter shot. You'll be seeing me throwing this. I like the fact that it's a little bit deeper on the rim, so that I can throw it off the tee and really get my hand into it. I have my go-to putter, which is my grid stamped AVR, and this is, well, it's just my putter. Next I've got the top of my bag, which in there I carry the woodchuck. Now this is a first run woodchuck. It's very soft. I'll throw this anytime that I'm putting onto a green on a hill. Okay, so if I want to make sure that when I throw my upshot, I land, stay, and don't roll anywhere, there you go, the Daredevil woodchuck is great. Now this is a special disc. This was custom dyed for me by a Canadian player for Daredevil named Kevin King. Does awesome work front and a little bit on the back, which is really cool. I throw this for any kind of upshots or off the tee where I need an stable putter. That's it for discs, but I also carry a couple minis with me. I've got International Disc Golf Center mini. Of course, I've got my Daredevil mini as well. Up top, you always got to make sure you got yourself a towel, some snacks, keep you energized on the course, and of course everybody needs themselves a birdie bag. So, thank you, and that's my bag. That's what I throw.